So, welcome to our next game of the 2018 MLB season. We have reached the 22nd of August 2018 and we're at Citi Field where the 62 and 63 New York Mets are hosting the 67 and 60 San Francisco Giants. So for the Giants we have center fielder Steve Duggar, second baseman Joe Panik, catcher Buster Posey, first base Brandon Belt, third base Evan Longoria, shortstop Brandon Crawford, left fielder Austin Slater, right fielder Gorkis Hernandez, and on the mound is Casey Kelly. For the New York Mets, we have right fielder Jose Batista, second baseman Jeff McNeil, third baseman Todd Frazier, left field Michael Conforto, center field Austin Jackson, first base Dominic Smith, catcher Kevin Plawecki, pitcher Noah Syndergaard, and shortstop is Jack Reinheimer, and I had to get his card out. It's his first game that he's played this season, so we're ready to start. I've got my new little toy here, my little dice tower. I don't know how long it's going to last because it can be a bit of a pain. Let's see if I can get it side by side. So, a little bit of jiggery pokery to get everything on the screen. Let's give it a go and see how it goes. If it gets too much, I'll just take it out. But anyway, so Noah Syndergaard, first pitch to Steven Duggar. 7 in play 35 against a right-hander is a single, so gets on base straight away. He is a 4 against a 10, and I should imagine that's going to be an attempted steal. We're looking at 77, so yep, he's going to try and attempt to steal. So he's a B against the catcher's arm of a 4. B4 is excellent, and excellent is a stolen base, so the first man gets a stolen base and moves to second, and Joe Panik is next up. 7 in play 89. In play 89 is an out, and that's grounded out to second, 4-3. I don't think he'll advance on that. First, blah blah blah. Nope, no advance, so he stays on second. And after 2 rolls, I've had enough of that dice tower, so I'm going to go back to my old way. Buster Posey, 7 in play, another one, 15. In play 15 is a single, and the advance on that, long single into the gap, centre field, run on first, scores, run on second, run on first, advances, run on second, scores, so that's the first run in. And just like that, San Francisco take an early lead. Brandon Belt, 11, tough 46 against a right-hander, strikes him out, first one of the game, 2 away. Evan Longoria, 9, tough 58, tough 58 is an out, and that is a ground out to third, so 5-3, and at the end of the top of the first, San Francisco take a 1-run lead. So Casey Kelly on the mound, Jose Batista 9 in play, 18. That is a single. So Batista is a 3 against a 4, 3 against a 4. He's not going to try and attempt that. Oops. Put that back. I don't really need to look at that yet. This is not going too well. Smooth running. 7 in play. In play 2 is a double. And the advance on a double opposite field all run the score. So first 2 batters, and the game is tied at 1. Todd Frazier. 11 in play. In play 91 is an out, and that's a ground out to the shortstop. So 1 away. 10 in play 68 is an out, and that is a ground out to the shortstop as well. So 2 away. Austin Jackson. 8 tough 30 strikes him out. First strikeout of the game for Kelly, and the end of 1, tied at 1 run each. So Noah Syndergaard comes back to the mound, and Brandon Crawford leads off in this inning. 2 tough 10 strikes him out. Austin Slater. 11 tough 73, and that is a strikeout. Gorkis Hernandez. 3 tough 77 is an out, and that is a fly out to the center. 3 up, 3 down. As we head to the bottom of the second, the game is tied at 1-1. So Kelly on the mound, pitching to Dominic Smith. 8 tough 45 is a strikeout. Second strikeout for Kelly. Kevin Plawecki, the catcher. 9 in play 33 is a single, right at the top limit of his range. A 1 against a 4, he's not going to try that. And the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard, he pitches off 6, which is the right hand column. He bats off 6. 4 patient 85 is an out, and that is a ground out to the shortstop. Double play 9, double play 5. That's a 9. So the out is a ground ball plus an advance, so 6-3, and Plawecki goes to second. So 2 outs, man on second. Jack Reinheimer, his first at bat. 8 tough 30 strikes him out, and that is the end of the second, with the score all tied at 1-1. Noah Syndergaard is going to pitch to Casey Kelly, and Casey Kelly is a 12, which is the right hand column. 9 tough 81 strikes him out. Stephen Duggar, 1 for 1 with a run in the first. 9 is a tough 17. That's going to be, yes, that's a strikeout. So that's 2 strikeouts in a row, and Joe Panic comes up 0 for 1. 8 patient 76. Patient 76 is an out, and he flies out to the center, and after 2.5, we're still tied at 1 run each. So Casey Kelly, going to pitch Jose Bautista, 1 for 1 with a run. Both leadoff runners scored in the first. 10 in play 87 In play 87 is an out, and that's a ground out to the shortstop. And we have one away in the bottom of the third, Jeff McNeil. 1 for 1, doubled in the first to bring in the run. 9 in play, 82, that's an out, and that is a fly out to the centre field. And Todd Frazee comes in, grounded out to the shortstop in the first. 10 in play, 82 is an out, and he grounds out to the shortstop. And 3 up, 3 down, and we're tied at 1 after 3. The shortstop's been busy. That's the 5th out he's made in this game already. So Brandon Crawford is very busy at the moment in the defensive role. Noah Syndergaard to Buster Posey, 1 for 1. Left on base, he got the RBI. 3 tough, 72, tough 72 is an out, and he flies out to right. Brandon Belt struck out in the first. 10 tough, 66 is an out, and he flies out to left. Evan Longoria grounded out to third in the first inning. 8 patient 5, and he's going to walk, so that's the first walk of the game. And he's a 2 against a 10, which is 63. Let's see if he attempts it. He does. So B against a 4 is an excellent chance, and he's safe, so he steals a base. So that's a second stolen base against Syndergaard and Plawecki. Brandon Crawford struck out in his first at bat. 4 ballpark, 89. It's always going to be in play. 79 in play is an out, and that is a ground out to shortstop, and that will end the inning. And after the top of the fourth, 3.5 gone, and the score is still tied at 1. So the offences seem to have quietened down since the first inning. Casey Kelly to Michael Conforto, grounded to the shortstop in his first at bat. 5 ballpark, 72, and that will always be in play. 32 in play will be a single, so Conforto gets on base. 2 against 4. No, we're not going to try and attempt that. Austin Jackson struck out in his first at bat. 8 tough, 54, and he strikes out again. That's the 4th strikeout for Kelly. And Dominic Smith, who also struck out in his first at bat. 6 tough, 20, and he strikes out in his second, so 2 out. Man on first, Kevin Plawecki. 1 for 1 left on base. 9 in play, 26. It's a single, so gets on base again. And again, he won't attempt to steal. Noah Syndergaard is up. Ground out to the shortstop in his first at bat. 5 is ballpark. 20 is a possible home run. It's a wheelhouse. So here we go. 88 is an out. Grounds out to the shortstop, and at the end of 4, we're still all tied at 1-1. Noah Syndergaard there. He had up to 31 for a home run there, if he'd have got that number. So Noah is back on the mound. Austin Slater is at the plate. Struck out in his first at bat. 9 tough, 23, strikes him out. And that is the 6th strikeout for Syndergaard. Gorky Hernandez. 9 tough, 40, and strikes him out too. So 7 strikeouts so far. Casey Kelly struck out in his first at bat. 8. Patient 28. And he actually gets on base. He gets a single. So he is a 3 against a 10, which is 70. He's going to try. He attempts it, so C4 is very good, and very good is safe. So the third stolen base against the Mets. Steven Duggar, 1 for 2, a run and a strikeout. 2 away at the moment. 8 is Patient 25. Patient 25 is a walk, so second walk given away by Syndergaard, and puts men on first and second with 2 out. Joe Panic, 0 for 2. Any base hit will score. 9 tough, 1 strikes him out. So 8 strikeouts. Put a few on base, but managed to get out of the inning after 4.5. The score is still 1-1. Casey Kelly, who gets tired after 5, so he can pitch to 6. I allow him to pitch 1 extra. Syndergaard, just for the record, can pitch 6, so he can go to 7. Jack Reinheimer struck out in his first at bat. 8 tough, 14 strikes out in his second at bat. So that's the 6th strikeout for Casey Kelly. And Jose Bautista comes up. 7 in play, 53 is an out, and that is a ground out to third. Bringing in Jeff McNeil, 1 for 2 with an RBI, doubled in his first at bat. 11 in play 34 is a single, so he gets on base. 3 against 4, still not worth the risk. Todd Frazier, 10 in play, 67 is an out, and that is a ground out to second, and that retires the side. And after 5, the game is still tied with those 2 runs in each of the half of the first inning at 1-1. Noah Syndergaard, Buster Posey, 1 for 2 RBI. 6 tough, 42. That is an out, and it is a pop-up to second. Brandon Belt, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 9 tough, 12 strikes him out. That's 9 strikeouts now for Syndergaard. And Evan Longoria, 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. 8 Patient 57. Patient 57 is in his out range, and that is a ground out to third. 3 up, 3 down, and San Francisco are retired with the score still at 1-1. Casey Kelly, this will be 6th inning of work, and this will be his last inning of work. 9 is in play, 77 is out, flies out to center. Austin Jackson, 0 for 2, and he's had 2 strikeouts. 8 tough, 72, and he strikes out again, so 3 strikeouts. And Dominic Smith, 6 is tough, 30, strikes him out, and that retires the side. And after 6, we're still tied with those 2 runs in the first inning at 1-1. So Brandon Crawford, 0 for 2. 6 tough, 33. That's him out, strikes him out. And that is 10 strikeouts. It will be a notable point, so I've set it up already. We've got double figure strikeouts. Austin Slater, 0 for 2, and he struck out twice. 3 tough, 53 strikes him out, so it's 11 strikeouts. Unfortunately, this will be his last inning because he's only allowed 6 before he fatigues, and I give them an extra 1 unless they're pitching a shutout. 11 tough, 51, and he strikes him out, so clears out the side, and we're now looking for a new pitcher. So Kelly's going to come out. He's pitched 6 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 1 run earned run. No walks, 8 strikeouts. No home runs. So San Francisco are going to bring in Hunter Strickland. And we need to look at who we've got that can come in. We've got no outfielder on the bench. We're going to bring Ahmed Rosario in. So he is going to come in at the 9 slot. He's a righty. He's going to play shortstop. D5, 9-5C. And Brandon Crawford will come out. And be replaced by Hunter Strickland. Who is a righty. A5, 6-3C. And he bats with a 3 card. So Crawford comes out. That's the card we're going to need. And we're ready to go. So Kelly cannot get a win, cannot get a loss. So he's going to get no decision. Kevin Plawecki. 2 for 2. 9. Patient 54. Patient 54 is going to be a double. So Syndergaard is going to come out now. So he was pitched 7 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts, no home run. And we're gonna bring in a pinch hitter for him. We're going to bring Jose Reyes in. A switch hitter, and he's going to pinch hit. Now the question is, he's a debunter. in play 7. I was going to bunt, but I've rolled it, so 10 in play 7, and in play 7 is a double. So by virtue of the fact that I've messed up and rolled the dice, a run comes in, and Plewecki comes over the plate. Reyes bats in the leading run, and it's Jack Reinheimer 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, 3 defense. We're looking at the pitcher's range, and the pitcher's range is an A. .72, it's an out, and that out is a line out, so he lines back to the pitcher, and the first one away, Jose Batista, he's 1 for 3 with a run. There's a man on second and 1 out. 8, tough, 0, not roll that again, not playing injuries. 2, tough, 3, that's a strikeout. So Strickland gets his first strikeout of the game. And Jeff McNeil, 6, tough, 9, strikes him out. 2 strikeouts in that inning, but unfortunately he allowed the first 2 batsmen he faced to double and get the run over. So now Noah Syndergaard needs to be replaced. And we're going to bring in Daniel Zamora. Now, pick 3. So he last an inning. He could pitch through. So we're just going to bring Reyes out. He's a right-hander, he's a pitcher. And he's B3, 6-3C. So he's a 3 batter, but he won't bat anyway. So Reyes comes out. Just put that pitching card in there because he's not going to bat anyway. And Daniel Zamora to pitch to Ahmed Rosario. Yes, he is. And that line needs to be there. I'm not having a good day of this today. Apologies for the fantastic quality of the game reporting. 5, tough, that was lucky because he's got a wheelhouse at 4. 57 is an out, and that is ground out to the pitcher. So first line of duty is to pick the ball up and throw it over to Smith for the first out. 4, wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 52 is a single. So gets on base. He is a 4 against a 6. A 4 against a 6 is 49. It's got a 50% chance of getting a jump, and he doesn't, so he'll stay. Joe Panic. 12, ballpark. 22 is a wheelhouse. 75 is an out, which is a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. Double play is an 8. Double play is a 9. It's a 6. So it's a double play. 6-4-3. And Zamora gets himself out or the tight spot. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier is 0 for 3, and that's 4. Ballpark 38. This is a wheelhouse chance. Wheelhouse 15, and it's out of here. Frazier hits a home run, ties the game up at 2-2. Michael Conforto, 1 for 3. Sorry, he actually extends the lead to 3-1. Got that the wrong way around, so real mare of a game I'm having today, but it's 3-1. Tough, 7, strikes him out, so that's the 3rd strikeout for Strickland. Austin Jackson, he is 0 for 4, 0 for 3, and they've all been strikeouts, but we don't have an outfielder on the bench, so he's going to have to play 10 in play. In play 9, he's actually got on base, and it's a double. And Strickland is coming out. So he's pitched 1.1 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 2 runs. Could be extra earned run here. He's had 3 strikeouts and 1 home run. He's 4 hits. 3 of them have been doubles, and the other was a home run. So now we've got to go to their bench, because their bullpen, because they only actually played 1 physical extra player. So who are we going to bring in? Tony Watson. We keep Will Smith just in case we need to use a closer. So Tony Watson comes in, and he is going to take the place of Strickland. He's a lefty. I doubt he'll bat, but we'll see. Dominic Smith, 0 for 3, and he struck out 3 times. Here we go. 1 out, man on second. 8, tough, 32 strikes him out. So 4 strikeouts in the game. Kevin Plawecki. 12 defense. Error against the first baseman. So he's an error 4. That's an out. And the out is a fielder's choice, but we don't have it anyway because the man is on second. So Plawecki is out 5-3. 3 unassisted, sorry. And that ends the inning. But the Mets have taken the 2-run lead. Daniel Zamora comes back in, ready to pitch, and he's going to be pitching to Buster Posey, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Got the lead off RBI. 7, patient, 78. Patient 78 against a lefty is an out. and that is a ground out to second, so 1 away. They need to score 2 runs. Brandon Belt, what do they have? We've got Belt coming up, and the pitcher. Right, so Brandon Belt is going to come out, and Chase Darnold is going to come in to pinch hit. And they really have to get 2 runs over before I have to worry about the defense. So 1 away, 2 to go. 7 patient, 58 against the lefties and out, and that is a fly out to right. So they're 1 away. Mets need this out. Evan Longoria, 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. 9 is a tough 10, and he strikes him out to end the game. So he only got 1 strikeout in his 2 innings, but was enough. And the Mets beat the Giants 3-1. We'll be back shortly with the wrap up, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better than the commentary has been. And so we will see you in a few moments. So at the end of that game, apologies for the terrible broadcasting. I think he needs to go back to the broadcaster's school and take a few more lessons. But San Francisco Giants lose to the Mets, a score of 1-3. Giants 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Mets 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Game winning RBI, Jose Reyes in the 7th inning. Brought home the catcher Plawecki. And notable points there, Noel Syndergaard struck out 12 batters in his 7 innings. He got the win. Zamora got the save, and the loss went to Hunter Strickland. So what does that do for the standings? Let's see if we can zoom in a bit here for the standings. Well, as you can see in the National League, Atlanta now 6 games out of the Mets. Their magic number is 31. In the Central, the Brewers are 24 is their magic number, and they're 12 out of the Cubs. And in the West, the Dodgers are 4.5 out over the Rockies, and their magic number is 31. In the American League, Boston continue to lead the way, 88 and 40, 18 out of the Yankees. In the Central, Cleveland 14 out of the Twins, the magic number of 23, and in the West, Houston Astros are now 4 out of Los Angeles with a magic number of 32, and I think that really has been the biggest gap in that division. Now, what does that do for the wild cards? So this is the wild card position. See if I can zoom in even more on that one. Currently, it will be in the National League, the Cubs and the Rockies, and Arizona are 1.5 games behind the Rockies to take the second slot. The Marlins are only 19 out of a playoff spot if they manage to pick up. In the American League, it would be the Angels and the Athletics, but the Yankees are only 2.5 out, and Minnesota 6.5, Tampa 7, Baltimore down here at 39. They're already out, and I suspect that it looks like Kansas may have already gone if they're not very close to going. So that's the wildcard position. I hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully later game 5 of Play United will be up and running and available to watch. So until then, hope you have a good day for the rest of your Thursday, and hope to catch you later. Goodbye.